There's a lot of talk about revival these days. So what is revival? I'm going to play a clip from a longer episode I did on a biblical evaluation of the Asbury revival. I go into depth about that. You'll definitely want to watch that entire podcast, and I will link to that in the description. And I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you, but let me know what you think, even right now in the comments. What is revival? Give me your definition of revival, because everyone seems to have their own definition. Here it is. All right, so let's start with revival. What is revival? And, of course, to revive would mean to bring life back into something. So it would seem that revival would be a reviving, a rejuvenating of spiritual life in believers, a reviving of prayer, a reviving of witnessing, a revival of evangelism, of all the things that Christians are called to do, a revival of preaching, a revival of the gospel being preached, more and more of that, more fire and fervor for God. And an awakening would be awakening souls for Christ, preaching the gospel to them and seeing people come to saving faith, going from death to life. There's an awakening there from someone that did not know Christ to someone that now does know Christ. I like this man's definition. This is a Baptist pastor in Arkansas. And he says, when the church begins to pray, that is revival. For we are usually prayerless. When that reviving turns to fervent, unashamed witnessing and the rapid acceleration of the gospel, we term that spiritual awakening. For that is exactly what God is doing among the lost. And that, I think, is a good definition. I've also got some other things I'm going to read you. Okay, so I think that's all I was going to say out of that book. So, that's kind of setting the groundwork as to what is revival. I mean, kind of have to understand what revival is before we call something revival. And I would say at a very minimum, we can call what's going on 24/7 worship. 24/7. I mean, when do you call it revival and when do you not call it revival? Well, I think really in the middle of it, how could we... It's kind of presumptuous to say, well, this is a revival, right? We need to see lasting fruit. We would need to see lasting repentance and life transformation. But we can definitely say they are worshiping nonstop. And it is going on for the 8th day in a row, as long as it is continuing the morning after my recording of this. Well, I do pray that was helpful. That does come from a full episode of a biblical evaluation of the Asbury revival. Go ahead and click on this link to watch the entire thing, where I go into great depth and detail about what's going on. Go ahead and click on it right now.